Look, this is my very first book. It was published in 2009. That's 14 years ago. And it's a resource book for teachers, images, ideas for using photographs, pictures, images in the classroom. But really, it's a book about how to use story, because that's why human beings love pictures, for the stories that they offer. And I remember when I was writing the introduction, I wanted to refer to a picture, an image, to kind of demonstrate this. And I spent ages looking for a picture that I could refer to in the introduction. Eventually I found one. I'm going to show it to you in a moment. So it's here it is, referred to in the introduction, and then the image itself makes an appearance on page 107. Before I show it to you, I want to tell you about it. It's a family photograph, a black and white family photograph, a family snapshot maybe. Do we use that word snapshot still? Don't know, this was 1940, so yes. And there are 7 people in it. One of them is called Robert. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Robert. You see, in many ways, Robert was a regular young man. He loved photography. He loved stamp collecting. He loved his family. And although you probably don't know his name, Robert Pershing Wadlow, I'm quite sure that you'll recognise him as soon as you see this photograph. Now, I've seen a lot of photographs of Robert, but this one that I'm looking at right here is my favourite. It's a family photograph, a family snapshot taken in a garden somewhere in Midwest USA shortly before 1940. And in the picture, Robert's mother and father, brothers and sisters are all standing, lined up for the camera. Everyone is smiling. And Robert is standing proudly behind them all. He's got his left hand on his father's shoulder and his right hand on his brother Eugene's shoulder. And I've spent a long time looking at this photograph, and even now when I look at it, I always seem to focus on Robert's face, his iconic round glasses and his graceful smile. And I always try to imagine, what his life was like and whether or not he suffered. By all accounts, according to what I've heard and read, he never complained. He did everything he could to enjoy the short time that he had in this world. But, surely he must have wished that he could be with his family in the foreground of this photograph, like any typical boy. Robert died when he was just 22 years old. And the question is, who was Robert Pershing Wadlow, and why do we remember him? Now, that was what I refer to as a picture telling. In a picture telling, the picture teller withholds the image and tells it or communicates it as a storyteller would. For you, the audience, you have to listen carefully and visualize. And for me, the picture teller, or the teacher, or later the students, the picture teller has to prepare. You have to create a picture telling text. Work with the image and think about how you're going to tell it. So this is the text that I created, and when I come to picture tell the picture, I can cheat and place it over the picture like this. Your students need never know. So let me show you Robert. This is Robert Pershing Wadlow, the tallest human being in medical history.